In my particular case, in my scenario, I have to say that with what's going on around me as far as his targeting is concerned, and it's taken quite some time for me to make this video because I've really been sitting back and observing more. I mean, when you're a target, of course, you're extremely observant. You're paying attention to everything. You're a bit hyper vigilant. But I've really had a chance to really sit back and take a good look at this thing. So I am no longer in Houston, Texas. I've decided to, move to another city. I won't say what city I'm in right now, but when people have said in past videos that the targeting does not stop whenever you decide to, move to another city, state, or even country, it's true. In my case, it got worse, and that's the consensus of most targets when they move. They say that, the targeting does get worse. It increased exponentially, okay? My take on this, and this is the honest to God truth of what I feel this is, based off of my experiences and what I've witnessed, there are higher entities, whether you want to call them aliens. I'm not even sure if aliens and demons are the same thing, but I really feel that aliens have augmented the reality around certain targeted individuals. And I believe I am one of those individuals. I made a video a while back talking about how I had an encounter with an FBI agent. Okay, Special Agent Glenn Gregory of the FBI in Houston, Texas. Okay. Him and his partner were interested in talking to me because I had phone conversations with Gavin Eugene Long. For those of you that don't know who he is, he was the guy that got into a shootout with law enforcement in Louisiana. He was ex-military, his former Marine, and we had spoken on the phone prior to that incident. Okay. So the FBI knew about that, and after Gavin got killed, they wanted to talk to me about what we had talked about. And the FBI came and picked me up from where I was living at the time. They took me to Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston, and they had an office set up there. And they basically interrogated me. They asked me, everything I knew, if he was a part of any other groups or terrorist groups, or, had he talked about, harming other people or anything like that. When I spoke to this guy, he never gave me any indication that, that he was like that he would go out and do something like that. I do understand that over time, the targeting can take its toll on people that are maybe not strong-willed enough to overcome. But he never gave me any indication that he was going to do that. And so after our conversation about Gavin Eugene Long, I told the FBI the only reason why I agreed to meet with them is because whatever Gavin Eugene Long was going through was the same exact thing that was happening with me. And I kind of begged the FBI agent, I pleaded with him not to think that I was crazy, because I'm only giving them an account of what I've been experiencing in my life. And that federal agent straight up told me to my face, looked me in my eyes and told me, Anthony, we know that you're not crazy. We know what's going on. There's nothing we can do about it. We have our hands tied. Okay. That's exactly word for word what that agent told me. And I had different thoughts about that. Initially, I know a lot of people say the FBI are involved in our targeting. FBI, CIA, NSA, Department of Justice, DOD, and all that. But something else that I thought that maybe he was trying to relay to me that he couldn't really specify or go into detail about, could he have been possibly talking about aliens that have picked out certain people to maybe experiment on or do God knows what with, and maybe the FBI and these government agencies, they know about this. And maybe there really is nothing that they can do about it, because if you're dealing with these entities that are